In Russia's capital, Moscow, another freakishly huge amount of snow fell overnight from February 12 into 13. Snow depth has reached 57 centimeters, about 22.5 inches. That's literally up to an adult's waist. Moscow hasn't seen anything like this in at least 200 years. There have been fatalities. A teenager was killed by falling snow on the east side of the city. According to the prefecture of Moscow's Eastern Administrative Okrug, the incident happened on Styokovskoye Highway. Preliminary information indicates that a large mass of snow slid off an illegally built canopy or awning above a balcony on the top floor.
Стекло разбили. Охренеть.
A worker in Huyan County, Guangzhou, China, says he wasn't paid after agreeing to a 400 yuan daily wage for 5 days of factory work. Left without money for food or a way home, he allegedly set a warehouse on fire out of desperation. About 40,000 square meters burned, causing an estimated 40 billion yuan in losses.
Flames in the night. Smoke and flames lit up the night sky near a roller coaster at Skyland Ranch in Tennessee after an early Friday fire tore through 2 barns just after 2 a.m. All animals were safely evacuated and no injuries were reported.
And get this, on Friday, Turkey got hit with absolutely unprecedented flooding. In all of Adana's history since it was founded, the city has never seen anything like this disaster.
Antalya. Heavy rain has been pouring since this morning on February 13th, with streets flooding and water pooling up big time. Some underpasses are completely underwater, especially in the Konya Alti, Murat Pasha, and Kepez districts. Schools got a one-day closure in 7 districts across the province because of the flood risk. The City Hall is urging everyone to stay cautious. There's also a warning for potentially heavy rain and storms continuing through the evening of February 13th, from around 2 a.m. to 10 p.m. Izmir. Intermittent heavy downpours with thunderstorms. Streets and roads are flooded in spots, with some mudslides and water pooling. Locals are saying it's really tough to get around. Antalya-Konya Highway. In the Ibriti area near the Demirkapi Tunnel, there's reported flooding, road submersion, Subaskini, making it a mess on the road. Aydın. Closer to February 14th, but it actually started late evening or night on the 13th. A river burst its banks in the Injurlieva area. 9 houses in the risk zone got evacuated, and roads to some neighborhoods are blocked off.
A dangerous landslide just slammed into Banyuresa village, Sukahaning district, West Java, Indonesia. Total devastation, heavy stuff coming down on the community. The volcano just erupted again! This Friday, February 13th, 2026, several cracks opened up on the southern flank of Piton de la Fournaise, right near the summit, and bright red lava fountains shot straight out of them like fireworks.
On February 13, 2026, in Malaga province, Spain, the old Montejaque Dam, built in 1924, long known as the Ghost Dam or a failure, finally worked properly for the first time in over 100 years. Due to heavy rains, Storm Leonardo, and follow-ups, it filled almost to the top, just 22 centimeters from the crest. The automatic siphons kicked in and safely released about 200 cubic meters of water per second. This prevented an overflow and a major flood downstream. Around 200 residents from nearby villages Estación de Benaflán and others who had been evacuated were allowed to return home. Everything remained under control. A historic moment. The century-old failure unexpectedly became a lifesaver thanks to record rainfall.
A small boat sank today in the Encontro das Águas area in Manaus, Amazonas, Brazil, where the Negro and Solimões rivers meet. Children were among the passengers. Footage shows passengers drifting while wearing life jackets, gathered in groups near the boat's wreckage as they waited for help.
On February 13, 2026, in Yuba County, California, near Dobbins, a major penstock pipe burst at the new Colgate Powerhouse hydro plant. This flooded the facility, forced worker evacuations, and required a CAL FIRE helicopter rescue. One person was briefly missing, but was found and hospitalized with minor/no injuries. The incident knocked out power for 15,000 PG&E customers. No downstream flood risk. Yuba Water Agency is investigating the cause. A drone video shows two people risking their lives by walking out on the ice-covered pier in St. Joseph, Michigan. This is extremely dangerous. One wrong step on that slippery, frozen surface, and you could fall into the freezing Lake Michigan water, which is potentially fatal due to hypothermia or drowning. Authorities have posted warnings that the pier is hazardous and off-limits in these conditions. Do not try this. It's not worth the risk at all. Stay safe and stay off the ice.
This morning, Mount Semeru erupted again this morning, sending hot ash clouds up to 6,000 meters from the crater in East Java, Indonesia. February 14th.
Aerial images of central Portugal, where the overflowing of the Mondego and Volga rivers has flooded hundreds of homes and farmland, and where the collision rupture of a dike threatens to affect 15,000 people and force the evacuation of around 9,000. Flooding hit Cothers, France on February 13th, leaving the town completely cut off. Mayor Jean-Michel Moreau said the municipality is now fully isolated due to the floodwaters. Heavy snowfall hit Chatkal in the Tashkent region, Uzbekistan, on February 13, 2026. This is exactly what happens when you ignore safety rules. The Caribbean Sea region is facing an unprecedented environmental and economic crisis following the detection of record-breaking flows of brown algae, Sargassum. The Crati River has overflowed its banks, causing flooding between Tarja and Santa Sofia de Epro in Calabre, Italy, on February 13, 2026. The world's fourth largest economy. These visuals are from Andheri Railway Station in Mumbai, the financial capital of India. New Zealand. Jaw-dropping meteor. On February 11, 2026, this stunning meteor lit up the sky as it streaked into the atmosphere, caught perfectly on a sky surveillance camera.